So, folks, what if I told you there's a miraculous new technology on the horizon that can make anything look incredible? It can make it look like it's real. Wouldn't you love if all of your favorite animated films suddenly looked like they were made real, with real people in 10,000 ADP? Well, let's take a look at some new technological wizardry dreamt up by the folks from Nvidia, shall we? Oh my god! Oh my god! You can see all the wrinkles! You can see even more of the wrinkles! Fuck. Oh god. So yeah, basically Nvidia is trying to sell everyone on the idea that DLSS5 is their next big breakthrough. And essentially what it does is it just overwrites any of the artistic ideas that were built into the game by the people who made it and just overwrites it with AI face. Okay? It is the slopification of literally every piece of art that you want to play a video game on. Like that, if it gives you the option to turn DLSS 5 on or off, keep it the fuck off, okay? It is an attempt to justify their expenses on AI, absolutely. But like, the memes have been flowing and they're quite good. But like, it's not really off the mark here. Like this is effectively what they're doing. I can't get over that one. That one's great. Or like the yassified hereditary meme has come to life. It feels like this is what they're doing. You know? Oh, fun fact, that demo was made using dual 5090s, casual $8,000 setup in GPUs alone. Fuck. But like this is actually like it's just overwriting the artistic intent of the scene, right? In order to make it look a certain way. And you do have to wonder a little bit. Also, it's literally made this meme real now. It's literally made this meme a real thing. Pick from the game on the left, fan made on the right, higher fans, lol. They've managed to do it. They managed to do like we fans know what we want from our female characters better. One of the things that just absolutely blows me away, right? Let me pull this up real quick. Is this one. This is from Resident Evil Requiem, right? At the beginning here. Like, you have a character model that is very deliberate, very intentional, okay? Crowded scene here. And then DLSS 5 gets turned on. That's a completely different character. Like, I'm sorry, this isn't... You didn't make the graphics better. You just put a different person in this role. You know? Like, the lips get bigger. The eyes change. Like, they literally change shape. It's insane. And we get the... where it's, like, right in the middle. The proportions of the face are just fucking different. You can tell. Here. Yeah, the lighting changes. It's just a very different vibe. I don't know. Let's take a look at Leon here. Okay? Leon gets out. All right. Let's take a look. Okay? Here it comes. His chin literally gets bigger. Like, it changes the entire lighting of the scene. Like, it goes from, like, a warm kind of light, there's still a little bit of brightness here, to just, like, it's fucking AI slap now. Like, it's crazy to me that they looked at this and were like, yeah, this is okay. Look at his lips. Look at the difference in his lips here. It fucking yassifies his lips. It's weird. Girl got some filler. Yeah, exactly. It's just bizarre. It's bizarro. I mean, look at this comparison here, even. Like, these are two different characters. The nose is different. The mouth is different. The ears are different. It's a problem. Oh, I don't think that it's adding new geometry to a game scene. What I think it's doing is just slapping a filter over it, you know? I think that it's basically just in real time adding a filter at the frame rate or whatever in order to maintain an illusion. I don't think it's like altering the fundamental architecture of the game. Like, it's literally just, what if you took a screenshot every millisecond and then slap this filter on it? I think it is worth wondering for a moment, why does it do this thing to women? Why, like, when we look at this, why is it doing this to these ladies? Because they're two different ladies. Why, how does AI have this effect when it is used like this? Misogyny? That's a good one, but it's a little bit, I think, deeper, which is that all of the AI, the data sets that they're using, all of it is trained off of scraped, it's trained off of scraped pornography. It's using the same stuff. The yassification isn't just like a meme, it's built into the technology. And so a lot of the images that are created by AI are based off of an incredibly biased set of data. Yeah, what's hot for cis men is what is AI hot. Exactly. It's a feature, not a bug. Well, it's a feature for the men who are pushing this tech, for sure. Very disturbed to see how it would handle the child characters like Emily or Chloe, right? I have so many problems with this, but like, one is you're essentially taking a sledgehammer to the artistic integrity of all the video games that your technology powers, but you're also at the same time presenting some pretty profound problems when it comes to other aspects of what this is going to be used for, you know? Yeah, like, Nvidia's CEO was basically trying to argue that people are wrong and stupid for not liking this technology. Like, it was genuinely insane. Like, again, you're like, I know Starfield was given a lot of grief over its character models, but like, these are two different characters. They're two different characters that happen to occupy the same space in their respective pictures. But like, yeah, how dare you not like our Insta-face filter tech? I keep going back to this, and like, I don't know. I find this deeply off-putting. This is a different character on both sides of the face. Like, I don't know how you can use this technology and be like, yes, I guess, and this gets to a fundamental problem that I have with how a lot of people view games, which is that some people just view games as toys as opposed to art, you know? And, oh, actually, Michael B. Jordan had a really great breakdown about this. No, I'm not one to like I'm not one to like pull the Oscar clips or whatever. Let me pull this up real quick though, because it was genuinely really great to see. And I think had an incredibly good point.
Pandemic, like everybody, I started baking. But unlike everybody, I never stopped. So I'm still baking all the time. And one of the first things
What are you baking?
I make sourdough mostly, but I also like any baked good. First thing I tried to learn how to do was make a croissant, and I quickly discovered it's like a 3-day process, and it's like really fucking complicated. A lot of measuring and
I can't imagine.
And a lot of, you gotta like, and the butter gotta be a certain quality. It's gotta be kept at a certain temperature, or else you'll fuck it up. But for my whole entire life, I just thought a croissant was like some easy shit you go grab at the donut shop. I don't even think about like how many layers is in it when you bite into it. I never thought about the flakes and how much work and science it takes. I just know croissants taste good. So for me, I was thinking about this movie like a croissant. Some people like they bake, they gonna cut the croissant open, they gonna count how many layers are in it, they gonna taste the quality of the butter and all of that shit. And that's cool for some people, you feel me? Like most people just wanna eat I just want something quick for breakfast. I was trying to do.
No, I got this clip confused with Michael B. Jordan at In-N-Out. This is Ryan Coogler.
Was make a movie that worked for everybody who was hungry, and for people who like to break down the layers and really dig into it. It's there for them. You know what I mean? It would discover like a lot of folding and good quality ingredients. But people who just was like, fuck it, I just want a croissant. It's there for them too. You know what I mean? And they'll be happy if that makes sense.
I just thought this was great. You know, I thought that was like a really great analogy. And I also think that it applies also to, I think it applies also to video games, right? Because there are a lot of people who just like play a video game, then don't think about it at all. To them, it's just a toy. Just a toy that they picked up for a little while, they played with it, they didn't really think about it all that much. Maybe they had a lot of fun with it, maybe they didn't, and then they put it down and they don't think about it again, right? But then there are people who actually sit down and like, they experience the art, they experience what it's about, the themes, the ideas, the story, the narrative, the music, the different things. They enjoy all the different layers of it, and are able to walk away with like a more profound meaning. And I think that's really, really interesting and really good and really valuable. I just think video games saved my life. I would not be here without them. Hell yeah. But what I think is so abhorrent about this, and why I think so many people reacted so negatively to this, is because it's like if you took that croissant and then you just layered, I'm going to avoid the obvious comparison, but just layered like Vaseline all over the surface of that croissant. And like, technically you could still eat it. You could still eat the Vaseline croissant, but like, why would you? Why would you do that when you could just eat a non-Vaseline covered croissant? You know? Yeah, you could feel like, now it's glossier, it's better, it's a shinier croissant. Look, you can see all of the different curves as the light, more accurately reflects off of them. It's like, well, I didn't want my croissant to be more reflective. I didn't want my croissant to be, like that. I wanted it to be tasty. I wanted to experience the food in my mouth as it goes through my body in the various phases of eating. I wanted to understand it. Why is Nvidia yassifying Resident Evil? I mean, it's not just Resident Evil. That's just one of the this one in particular, the look, I didn't play Hogwarts Legacy at all, okay? But this one in particular fucking got me. Watch what they do to this guy, okay? Just watch this. Okay. That's a different guy. That is just a different guy. Man gets greasy. God. Just a shinier goblin. A lot of whitewashing from it? Yeah, that too. That's a different shirt? Wait, I wasn't paying attention to his shirt. I was just paying attention to his face. Oh my god, it does it does move the V of his shirt down, I think. Or maybe maybe not. The DLSS is hard to see. Yeah, it's literally a whiter shirt. That is bizarre. That is bizarre as hell. Does it handle text worse? I don't know, but I think the point someone brought up earlier, someone brought up, how does this technology handle the character models of children? And that, like, suddenly made me get so skeeved out about this technology. Yeah, it's again, smudging the lens, essentially, of whatever gets put on screen. It's the just gonna shit all over everything button, essentially. Gods, I hate this. This DLSS5 shit is garbage. Yeah, the subreddit isn't doing well over at Nvidia. They're having to delete, like, all of the messages en masse. It's not a great time over there for them. Here, let's just take a quick look at a portion of the Digital Foundry coverage here.
Has some issues with its lighting. It's not ray traced, it tends to look very flat, and I thought DLSS5 did a fantastic job enhancing details and enhancing that lighting presentation in a way that I didn't really think was possible, because all of a sudden you've got this game that otherwise looks very flat, otherwise has a kind of last generation appearance in some respects, and all of a sudden it kind of looks like a path traced game. But there are still some issues though, like you can note screen space errors in certain games where, like, you have screen space reflections or screen space ambient occlusion, and those things are breaking up in the DLSS5 image. So it's not like it's perfectly understanding and reconstructing all characteristics of light. It's still depending on the base render, but it's super impressive to see a game like Starfield, to see this character's jacket, for instance, all the specular highlights cast in a much more realistic light, the material.
Like, that's just a different character. It's crazy, dog.
In a much more realistic light, the material properties along her clothing there, and indeed in her face, this colossal increase in lighting fidelity, where all of a sudden you're seeing proper subsurface scattering, her eyes are properly self-shadowing in there, and her mouth is also shadowing her teeth correctly, and all these other characteristics that they pointed out to us that you don't really think about in the context of real-time rendering, because you're so used to a lower quality image than what, you know, high-end CG could provide. But all of a sudden, we're kind of in the realm of high-end CG with this technology. Starfield, obviously.
I just reject that idea. I just reject it, you know? What did they do to my girl, right? Like, I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like so much would be lost. For example, if we're talking about, like, comparing this to, like, high-end CG, like, I'm thinking, like, what on earth in film would be at all acceptable to do this same thing to? Like, for whatever reason, it's fine to do this to all video games. Like, why aren't you yassifying the original Tron? Sit with yourself for a minute and be like, why aren't we yassifying Tron? Look, if it's such an impressive technology, why not yassify Tron? But the thing is, you could do that, but why would you? Why aren't we yassifying the original stop-motion fight from Jason and the Argonauts with all the skeletons? Why would you do that? Why would anyone want that? Why would anyone want, like, Ray Harryhausen shit to be run through AI generators to make it look like high-end CG? They're doing that with a lot of 4K remasters. Any 4K remaster that is using, like, AI to, like, heighten the resolution, just, it's garbage. It's not worth it. Yeah, like, AI upscaling for old movies looks like ass, but also, like, this isn't even just upscaling. This is, like, just straight up wiping out the intention of the people who made this. So that you can look at more Yas Queen character models? I don't get it. I don't get it. The only way I can understand it is if it is being pushed by people who think that video games are just toys. And they're not just toys. Anyway, folks, that is going to do it for this particular segment, but we're going to keep on going for those who are watching live. But if you got anything out of this, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment longer than 8 words, and also get organized. Join your local Dems, join your local DSA, make your Dems more progressive, make your DSA more effective. We need to get people involved on the local level so that they can stop ICE, so that they can stop concentration camps being built in your neck of the woods, all that stuff. And you can do that if you are involved in politics on the local level. So get involved. If you need help, join our Discord, reach out to Dragonfly for help joining your local Dems, reach out to GamerG for help joining your local DSA. And last but not least, check out ImogeneOlivia.com, gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes. Also tested with cis men, cis women, non-binary folks. It fits. It is very comfortable. I'm wearing it right now. It's very sexy. And we have new styles, sizes, and colors coming in the near future. So do check it out. ImogeneOlivia.com. Link down in the doobly-doo if you're watching on YouTube. And let's keep on going.
Riverboat Jack is going to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the seams. Politics, gaming, and plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord. Riverboat.